You're watching Extras from the Extension on Eagle Community Television. This show is brought to you by Carico Implement.
Hi, I'm Linda Beech, the Ellis County Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences, and this is Extras from Extension on Eagle Community TV. January is Kansas Radon Action Month, and it's a time for us to start talking about radon, the health risks that might be associated with radon, and how we find out more, and if we've got radon in our home, what we do about it. Well, there's a few resources that I want you to be aware of, and one of those is available from K-State Research and Extension. It's called the Kansas Radon Action Month Quick 6. So I thought I'd just review these 6 items that you might need to know to be aware of radon in January. First of all, radon is a radioactive soil gas. It comes from radioactive elements that decay deep in the soil and then percolate up through the soil to eventually perhaps become trapped by buildings and homes. It's important because radon is the leading cause of lung cancer deaths among non-smokers, and it's the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths for smokers after smoking, of course. So it's something that is worth knowing about. Radon damage is like being exposed to X-rays all day, every day, and it's the lifetime exposure that creates the problems. So I want you to know about that so that you'll be informed and can decide how you want to proceed with checking on radon and whether or not it exists in your home or your workplace. The second point on our Quick 6 is to figure out how we test for radon. How do we know if it's there? Radon is odorless, colorless, invisible. It's like an X-ray. You can't see it, smell it. It doesn't make your nose stuffy. It doesn't make you sneeze, any of those kinds of things. And the only way to know if there's radon in a structure is to test for it. Here at the Extension office, we do offer radon test kits. These are the small screening level kits that can be used to get that very first check on whether there's radon in the structure that you want to test. These little test kits are $6, available here at the Ellis County Extension office, and most likely at Extension offices throughout the state of Kansas as well. It's a simple matter to test your home for radon. All the instructions you need to know are included in this kit, and the purchase price includes the postage to send the test in for testing and to get the results back. So let's just take a look at what is inside one of these radon test kits. You'll find inside is just the label on the package, the instruction sheet, the test kit itself, which is sealed in a plastic seal, and along with that there is this strange looking piece of gray sponge. What you do with the radon test kit is, on the back, fill out the important information. They will need to know your name and address, contact information, and there's important information to fill in, such as what time you started and ended the test, what day of the week it was, what room this was in, what was the temperature like in the room. So there's some important information that needs to go in with the test. Now the actual active part of this test is inside. There's a little piece of cardboard inside that or brown paper rather, that covers a charcoal piece, and that's what actively absorbs any radioactive ions that might be in the room. This little piece of sponge, all it's there for is to prop the kit open so that that brown paper section inside the kit is open and exposed to the air. Then you use a little hook that's built into the test kit to suspend this in your room. It needs to be at basically breathing level, so anywhere from 2 feet to 6 feet off the floor is where you want it. Not in a draft, so don't hang it off of a ceiling vent or a ceiling fan that's running or anything like that. The full instructions are available in this kit to tell you how to take the test. You leave this in place for a minimum of 3 days, no more than 6 days, or 7 days rather, and Then you remove the piece of sponge. It's now to be discarded. It has no more effectiveness. And there's a sealable strip that we can use to tear off, fold, and seal this test kit to mail it in. A little piece of advice is to go ahead and do this testing late in the week or including over the weekend so it can be sent in early in the week. It needs to arrive in North Carolina within 4 days so that the test is still active and accurate for testing the radon in your home. If you have questions about this, again, full instructions in the kit, but we'd be glad to help you figure that out as well. So the next step on our quick 6 is, what about radon in real estate? If I'm buying or selling a house, what's the radon requirements or regulations? Well, Kansas law does require that a small paragraph about radon be included in a real estate contract. And it basically says radon is a possibility in Kansas and testing is encouraged. But that's it. There's no rule or regulation that says you have to do radon testing in a real estate transaction. If you do choose to do that, if either party chooses to do radon testing in that real estate transaction, you do have to use a certified radon measurement professional. And there are a couple of ways we can help you find those. So what if your home tests high with this screening level kit? Well, in Kansas, 1 out of 4 homes have been found to be high in radon, so it's possible that you may get a high test. The next thing to do is to follow the instructions that comes back from the testing company about contacting the authorities, the radon professionals in Kansas, that's the way I should say it, for assistance in doing a long-term test. This is 3 to 7 days. They may suggest a test of a month or so just to double check that you're getting an accurate reading. And it's possible to mitigate homes for radon removal. It's a simple structure that is built in, a set of piping that removes radon gas at the lowest level in the basement or the lowest level on ground level, lowest living level, and vents it through the house and out the roof. Number 5, the current radon for Kansas. I wanted to point out to you that there is great information available online at the Kansas Radon Program. It's at www.kansasradonprogram.org. Very simple to find. And they do have information on this website. Frequently asked questions, maps and fact sheets, frequently asked questions, information, and even a map that mimics the map that I've had on my handout here that shows you what some of the average radon levels are county by county in the state of Kansas. And we do have good data for Kansas. KDHE has collected over 73,000 radon tests across the state, and of those, more than 35,000 have come back with elevated radon levels. So it's a Kansas issue that you might need to know about for the safety of yourself and your family. Where can you get more information? Please do. Check out the Kansas Radon Program resources online. There's also, whoops, let's go back to the home page here. Let me show you a great toll-free phone number, which is 1-800-693-5343. It's the Kansas Radon Hotline. It goes into Extension Engineering Specialists at Kansas State University, and their job is to help you understand radon, interpret your tests, and figure out what to do next if you find high radon levels in your home. Best time to test for radon is during the winter months. That's why we start talking about this in January, but I recommend January, February, maybe the early part of March is the time for you to test your home for radon and then learn what you need to do about it as you interpret the results of that test. If you've got questions, contact your local extension office. Here in Ellis County, we're at 601 Main. Our phone number is 785-628-9430. Thank you for joining me. I'm Linda Beech, the Ellis County Extension Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences, and this has been Extras from Extension on Eagle Community TV.
You're watching Extras from the Extension on Eagle Community Television. This show is brought to you by Carico Implement.
Fall is here, and it's a great time to come out and visit Carico Implement in Hayes for all of your fall lawn care needs. We stock and sell a full line of John Deere riding lawn equipment, along with Honda walk-behind mowers and generators. We also offer a full lineup of Steel outdoor power products. If your project requires even more muscle, come check out the lineup of John Deere compacts, tractors, and skid loaders. And don't forget, we have the parts and services to keep you up and running for whatever your fall lawn care needs are. So come and visit Carico Implement for a solution that fits.